quickly start with Saturday. It must have been probably one of the most frustrating games you've had to manage, really.
I think when you look back on it, I actually thought we played quite well. Created some really good chances. I thought we could have been 2 or 3-0 up before they even got out of their half early on. Really good chances. But when you look back at the game, just key moments went against us. Not sure it's a penalty. If it's anywhere on the pitch, I don't even think he gives a foul. The second goal was a bit of a killer. It's a mistake, and the last one they catch us on the break. But in between that, just felt in control of the game. But just key moments, we didn't quite get it right, and it would have been a fairy tale at the end, wouldn't it? But wasn't to be.
The final 15, sort of the mentality between everyone was sort of crazy to sort of go and get the goal from Fish, and then obviously the penalty miss from Murph. And then what was your initial reactions when the goal went in with Murphy to make it 2-2, but then obviously the linesman flagged it for offside? Did you see the linesman initially?
Yeah, I saw it flag. For me, the penalty was the defining moment. I think if that goes in, we win the game, undoubtedly, because you just have the momentum. Then there's a little bit of a lull because it takes the wind out of our sails. We then score. Their goalkeeper should have been sent off when he rushed out of the penalty area. It was blatant handball. Pulled the ball away from Murphy, and a foul was given against. A foul was given against Murphy after that, and then we get the goal, and you think, with the amount of pressure we're putting on, we are going to create a chance, and we had a couple of great chances. Morgs headed one wide when Murph was probably had a tap in. Had some bits and pieces go across the box, and then obviously the big moment is the offside. I've seen it back numerous times, and I don't think it's offside. And I just think in a game of the magnitude of what's at stake, you have to be really, really sure if you're going to flag. And remember the advantage, if you're not sure, goes with a forward, unless you've got VAR. But it was just as if it wasn't meant to be our day, and that's fine.
And on the likes of Murphy creating the chance to get the penalty and also having 2 balls in the back of the net, and Jake Hyde as well warming up on the pitch and then back in training, how important is it to have these attacking players back, as recently you've been struggling with goals and stuff?
Of course.
How important is it to sort of get the max amount of the team? It starts with the attack, realistically.
Yeah, it's a fine balance between making sure that we don't, from their point of view, we don't injure them again with only 3 games to go, and as much as desperate as we are to play them, we have to be mindful that there is a time frame from the specialists that say the minute if you start him there's a risk, so we have to be careful and we have to be mindful of that. And Jake Hyde's back in training now. He won't play on 3G, so that rules him out of Thursday.
And onto 3G and the pitches of 3G. Slough was the last time in your head that you had to play on an artificial pitch. Now on Thursday you're playing back on AstroTurf. Like you said, Hyde's not back in the squad for that game. But do you have to sort of think about a different sort of strategy in the squad for then going back onto AstroTurf?
Not really. We'll train on Wednesday on 3G. One thing I'll say is, like, at the start of the season, you're told who you've got to play against and where you've got to play. And then when it comes to you've got to play against that game, they're then playing at a different place in a team that's in a different league, regionally, and on a different surface.
So National League South playing in North.
I'm not sure it's right, but listen, that's the way it is, and we've got to obey by the National League rules, and we've got to go and play it.
And playing it on Thursday, 1 point needed to get your longevity this season. Is it sort of just a normal game? I know you were on about on Saturday was just a normal game, no pressure, just playing football. Is this again on Thursday?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I think the occasion got to some of the players. Some of our best performers on Saturday didn't have their best games, and that's pressure. And as much as I try and dampen that down, it's going to get built up into this has to be, and it's important that we just make the players understand that if you don't perform well, what happened on Saturday can happen. So get your performance right first, and then the rest will happen. So that's our work this week, is keeping everybody level-headed and looking forward to the game on Thursday.
Off the pitch as well, with Reece Murphy coming back in, as soon as he missed that penalty, he didn't even react, he just went again and started doing and just playing his game as normal. Is this a big thing for you as a team to have that mentality, as well as Frank up top in the squad again?
I think when we put the squad together, we wanted characters that could deal with high pressure situations, because we've had to have lots of them because of the level we're at and the size of the club we are. So yeah, to have Murph back is great. He's a good character. Players love him. You know, he's great in the changing room, and he's just another experienced player that we know playing in front of big crowds doesn't really faze him. He'd be frustrated he missed the penalty, but you know, penalties get missed, and that's the way it is.
And on Saturday, when you come out, the fans have sort of created sort of a cauldron around with the flares and everything. How important is it on Thursday for there's 1,000 tickets already sold? How important is it for them to sort of become a 12th man realistically, especially on Thursday?
Yeah, of course, it's a hype, isn't it? And we'll make it into this, you know. But we have to, again, really cold and calculated. We have to forget all the noise and make sure we get a performance on the pitch, and we can enjoy all of that when it's done. But we know the fans are with us. Well, 99.9%. We have to make sure that we give them the performance, because if you don't give them the performance, that changes. So we have to make sure we're focused on our performance and give them something to shout about.
And a couple of days after Truro, you have Dartford. If all goes your way on Thursday, would there be a sort of a big squad rotation on Saturday, or would it sort of just?
We want to keep going.
Yeah,
we want to keep going. We still don't know about the Weymouth game. I would imagine it can only be next Tuesday, I would have thought. But again, we're planning on Thursday night, through no fault of our own. You know, we haven't got a game on Tuesday night, but because of circumstances, we have to go there and plan a Thursday night. So seems strange, but there you go.
And injuries? Any injuries that we need to sort of look out for at all? You know, you said Jake Hyde. Would he be around the squad on Saturday at all? Or?
We're dealing with Thursday.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Best of luck, Mark.
Thank you.
Well, Mark, I think we'll stay on the injury front, if that's okay. The only one we've really got to worry about is Will Dawes. We've not seen him since Aveley. Is there any update on him potentially coming back before the end of the season?
No.
Not at all. Each season done. And Jordan Stevens as well is the other concern. Obviously, he went off at Weymouth. Is his season done as well, or is that just?
No, Jordan Stevens was a precautionary tight hamstring, and with his history with that hamstring, we need to be careful. He wasn't right for Saturday, and with him being such an explosive player, we can't take any risks. But he will come back into the squad for Thursday.
And any chance as well of seeing Jamari Clark or Michael Smith for Thursday? You mentioned that Smith might have been available either for or after Worthing.
Jamari Clark is out for the season. He's got a big strain on his thigh muscle. And Michael Smith trained again today, so we'll see how he is on Wednesday.
And going into Thursday, of course, with Truro's busy schedule, have you watched one of or any of the multitude of games that they've got coming up this week, and have you got any thoughts on their performances?
I'm going to watch them tonight against Torquay, so see how that goes. They've got a really tough schedule, really tough for them with the travel as well. They're travelling so many miles for a home game. Their fans, players, staff. So it's a real tough ask for them, but they're doing it quite well at the minute. So we're going to have a look at them tonight.
Lovely, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.